Welcome back, everyone. First alert weather day today, and again tomorrow. It's that relentless wind, those gusts 40, 50 miles per hour, combined with below average air temperatures. So yeah, that brutal feel all day long. That wind has only been increasing across the state. Thankfully, at least we have some sunshine. Otherwise, a gloomy sky, that just would have been, wish I could see the cherry on top, but it would be, not pleasant at all. But it's a fooling sunshine. Look at the cameras are going crazy, shaking all about. Torrington right now, that wind is whipping. And Torrington, especially northward, you're under that wind advisory all day today across the higher terrain. That's where the winds are strongest. But, you get into Willimantic, 47-mile-per-hour gusts there. Meriden, 43. Otherwise, you're generally in that 30-plus mile-per-hour range. So, yeah, it's crazy out there with the wind, and it feels like temperature is really brutal in some spots. Look at that, single digits, Putnam. Same goes for Torrington, and not much of a trend upwards, I wish I could say. The winds could, certainly stay upwards, at least until that sun goes down. We back down to that 30-mile-per-hour range for gusts through the early evening hours, but still gusty overnight, just like it was last night. And it feels like a trend for today goes from those lower teens, if you even get there, to the single digits. And in some places, it could be sub-zero, especially northwest and northeast. Feels like trend tomorrow starts off the same, sub-zero to single-digit range, and then climbs into the lower teens. And you know what that icon means. Another windy day tomorrow. The feels like trend after tomorrow goes in the direction we want, upwards, so it won't be feeling as bad. Generally in the low 30s and upper 20s will be the trend starting Friday and continuing through the weekend and going into early next week. In terms of what's happening from space, the view, a few scattered clouds northwest across the hills. Otherwise, it is quiet locally. We've had some, lake effect snow developing. Otherwise, we've been watching that big, powerful storm system. I was checking the radar. You can see the fires on radar. It's picking up that high reflectivity. There's been over 80-mile-per-hour gusts in and around L.A., and so very powerful system. The same system is going to eventually cause this to develop, this winter storm. This is Friday, so we're fast forwarding, and so you're going to have parts of the Tennessee River Valley getting some wintry weather. Now, the problem is, if you wanted a winter storm, you needed this little low here in Canada to phase with this coastal low. That's not going to happen, so we start to see some light snow breaking out. That phasing process doesn't happen. They don't join forces, and now you do not have as strong of a winter system. And that's why that precipitation basically quickly comes to an end. So, yeah, we're in that 3 to 4 days out phase. It's looking less likely that we're going to see certainly a winter storm. We'll get a little bit of light snow in the morning hours, maybe the early afternoon. We're still waiting for the latest European model to come in, and then we're going to see it come to an end, basically. And so the accumulation potential is on the very low end side, and we'll continue to fine-tune that forecast for you. Again, new data is continue to come in, so definitely want to check back in with Mike and Mark later on as we share that information with you. And in terms of the wind and the cold, remember, it backs off by Friday. And again, no first alert weather day so far for Saturday. Looks like very minor amounts of snow will be possible, and the temperatures are where they should be for this time of year, Sunday and going into early next week. Keep up with that feel through the First Alert Weather app. Back to you, ladies.